Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some Crusader Kings 2 with the Horse Lords DLC. So this is a brand new expansion that's coming out for Crusader Kings 2 on July the 14th, 2015. I have the privilege of being able to play a review code, which is available a few days early, so we get to try it out and have some fun. So what's new in the Horse Lords? Well, there's quite a bit of changes, actually. Basically, easiest way to summarize it is to just look at the government screen. So we have a brand new government type in the game called Nomadic. We also still have our age-old feudal. We've got Icta, we've got our theocracies, and we've got our republics. And we've also got our tribal holdings. But the nomadic people are horse-based, you know, they're horse lords. So there is a number of changes to the game. It's a lot of fun so far. One of the things you'll notice in the background right now is the fantastic new soundtrack that comes with the DLC. There's 4 brand new songs that are specific to playing as the Altaic or the horse type people. I think it's tied to culture. Yeah, you've got to be like in the Altaic group, like somewhere over here. Now, I actually have it playing as just in the background because I want to be able to hear it all the time, just in case. And also there's this kind of a bug thing in the review thing where the volume levels change, but anyway. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick one of these guys and we're going to try out playing as a horse lord. So I was thinking about starting as somebody who's kind of weak. We did stream for about an hour to 2 hours and play around a bit. Unfortunately, if I chose someone like Turkestan, we just end up getting attacked by the Caliphate. If we play as someone who's really tiny, then we end up getting eaten by somebody else. So we're going to go ahead and play as Khazaria, just so that we can play with the mechanics and have some fun and not necessarily feel the pressure of growing from a very, very small country into a big country. I just want to mess around with the mechanics and have some fun. So we're going to be Kagin Bagatur. That's close enough. That's as close as the pronunciation's going to get. Let's be realistic. So, this is also new, and it's quite nice. The first page, I think you know these things, right? But this page is really useful. It actually summarizes, depending on which country you load as, which character you load as, the different things that are going to affect you in the game, which is really cool. So as a Khazar culture group, we have that we can raid infidels for loot. Alright, sweet. Since we have the nomadic government type, we are not very interested in owning holdings, only in more grazing land for our sheep and horses. Our gameplay will center around the total population of our tribe and the manpower that it provides. Empty holding slots in open terrain increase the maximum population. While nomads can have normal vassals, they are mostly concerned with managing the other few but powerful major clans of the tribe. These are the effects that we get. Laws are changed by expending prestige, not by votes. We can always revoke vassal titles. Hey, we can raid infidel neighbors for loot. I think it really wants us to loot. We can imprison subjects without any special reason. We can revoke titles with the correct laws. We have no de jure law effects. They're just ignored. We cannot build castles, cities, tribal holdings, or fort holdings. So we can't build stuff. Male rulers can have up to 3 concubines. We will definitely have those. Tengriism is the religion that we follow, and it is the religion of the steppe peoples of the Eurasia, especially Turkish and Mongol nomads. The chief god is Tengri, the creator god, who rules the skies. Shamanism and animism also feature prominently in the religion. So because we have this religion, we can have priests that inherit titles. Priests are allowed to marry. Rulers can raid infidel neighbors for loot. So loot, loot, loot. It wants us to loot. I think I'm going to like this. Vassals do not mind if their levies are being raised. Tengri men can have up to 3 concubines. Rulers lose prestige if at peace for too long. We can reform our government. There is and can never exist a religious head unless you reform the government. Sorry, reform the religion. We're inferior at conversion, and we cannot declare holy wars. So, what do we want to do first? Where do we begin? Well, if we look around at our direct holdings, you'll notice that we don't actually have castles. Like, we have no buildings at all. There's multiple provinces that are directly controlled by us, but it's just nothing, and we can't really build anything. Well, we can build a temple, apparently. But we do have one main holding, which is our capital. And this is different from other types of holdings because we have lots and lots of buildings to build, tons of them. And you can go up to level 8 on most of these, if not all of them. So there's tons to do when it comes to upgrading our holding. And if we wanted to move our capital to another province, all of the buildings come with us. So we're nomadic. It's the horse lords. So it's pretty cool. Now, by and far, the most complicated and like the biggest difference when you're playing as a nomad is this manpower and civilian population thing. So if we go here to our army levy, we have no raisable levy. It just doesn't even exist. So it's like a combination of retinues and manpower from EU4. So we have retinues that we can summon or train. We've got 2 different groups that cost prestige and 2 that cost money. And we have a maximum manpower, which is 25% of our civilian population. And the civilian population is based on the amount of grazing land that we have in our holdings. So we have a base maximum civilian population of 1,250. We have empty holdings, base times 26. So each empty holding slot gives us an extra 1,250 maximum civilian population. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be at the maximum. Notice we're only at 9,750 out of 30,000. But our population is growing. 203 people are born apparently every month, which is pretty good. That's a lot of babies. I mean, that's a lot of babies. It really is. 2%, I mean, that seems like a ton. But anyway, then that civilian population drives this number. This is where your manpower comes from. You get a maximum, and then the monthly gain, we get 10% of our monthly manpower growth percentage. So potential manpower growth is 1,211, and so that gives us 10% of that, which is 121 men per month. These 121 men we then use to buy our retinues, which again cost prestige or money. So you need to have 250 manpower available to do one of these, because all 4 of these are 250 troops. So we're going to start off by buying the good stuff. We're going to buy the ones that are based on ducats, and we want to have some horse archers, and we want to have some heavy cavalry. So let's buy, I guess, one of each would be good. And then there goes some of our manpower. And you'll notice that we have 476 unused manpower. So since I clicked that, we did train some more guys. Let's go ahead and actually spend a little bit of prestige here as well. We will buy the cheap ones, really. So how much do we have? We have enough for 1 guy. So we'll do the slightly better one then. One that gives us more of these horse archers as opposed to just a bunch of light cav. Light cav's good. Notice how every single one of our units is horse-based. We've got light cav, horse archers, and heavy cav. We have no light troops, no infantry, no pikemen, no heavy troops, just horses. Alright, and we can do one more click apparently. So there we go. Raised manpower, 999 out of 1,500. We still have 227 unused manpower, but we can't click the button again because we don't have enough manpower. So, yep, so it's going to take some time for those to reinforce, like they only filled up halfway, but we're going to go from there. So let's do some of the basics. We'll pick our ambition and stuff. The first thing we want to do is probably get married. We'll choose our focus. This is from like the quality of life DLC, way of life DLC. I do like war and this kind of stuff, and of course seduction's quite fun, but I really like health, so we're gonna go for family focus, so we get our fertility, get our babies being born, and go from there. Not to mention it also just gives you some diplomacy, which is nice at keeping people in order. So we've got a daughter, Maria, a Shinna. We also have a son named Bulan, who is 35. He's quite old. What kind of interaction we can have with him? There is a way to, send him away as a mercenary. Send him away to seek experience, fame, or fortune as a mercenary. All of the following must be true. Garrison of entire domain is more or equal to 500. So the problem is that we don't have 500 garrison. And the way that we can increase our garrison is by having more unused manpower. So we just let the manpower accumulate for a while. We can send our son off to form a mercenary company of his own. Special minor titles are grantable, so we can declare some commanders. So this is a new interface in the Horse Lords DLC. Instead of just having to remember which ones you have given away, these are the minor titles, like designating a regent, giving someone Yabu or Ishad or Kundur. And then also you declare your commanders here. Not everyone can lead, only you, your marshal, and your commanders. And apparently you can only have 4. So we're going to go ahead and pick a couple more. Pick a character. I guess we'll pick our spy master could be a commander, our steward, our uncle, or, this is kind of cool too, if you want, you can promote a commander. You can spend prestige and gold to just get commanders. So I'd probably prefer to do that. Also, clearly we need to choose a warhorse. You go out into the herd and choose a strong but powerful warhorse. You look around with expert eyes and eventually spot a steed that stands out from the rest. It is strong and has a powerful bearing. As you mount your new steed, you feel certain that you have made the right choice. All that remains now is to give it a suitable name. Either way, we just get impressive warhorse. We'll call him Lightning. Nice. So we have a horse now. Fancy. He's very impressive. This character has chosen a particularly impressive horse. That's great. All right. So, we need to get married. See if we can find somebody. The Princess of Bulgaria. Sounds great. Let's marry her. I want you to become my wife. Sounds good. Come on over. Okay, we're not going to do those. And our heir, our son needs a marriage as well. There are no... Well, actually there is. There's another princess here. There's a couple princesses, in fact. It would secure alliances. She's a 17-year-old hunchback. She sounds fantastic. You should marry her. We will go ahead and say yes to her. For marrying in a house lowborn and minus 300 from marrying a princess. How do you lose prestige from marrying a princess? She will not consider offers from infidels, but she'll do it anyway. Sounds good. I mean, what happens to this son's gonna die. We're gonna send him off to become part of a mercenary company anyway, so good luck, son. Alright, let's go ahead and get married, and we'll take the prestige, because prestige is useful. We can use it to hire new troops. And we can also use it to promote some commanders. So let's go ahead and we'll just get like, I don't know, 3 or 4. Spend like 6 or 7 ducats on that, and then we'll go to our minor titles interface, and we'll appoint some commanders. So we got a guy here who has personal combat skill. That's about it. No actual modifiers to command. Wow, you guys kind of suck. There we go. Here's one with at least some modifiers to the army. I guess we'll take the combat guys. Why not? I mean, they might end up dueling an enemy commander. Not sure exactly how it's organizing this. I feel like it should probably put the best guy at the top. Alright, so we got our 4 commanders. And let's go check out and see how we're doing on the clan interface. So, we have 30,000 total population between all of the clans. Not just our population, but all of the people that we control. We actually do have vassals over here. They are clans within our empire. We also have someone who is a tributary. Or not, I don't know if there's a technical term for it. It is a... Yeah, no, they are a tributary. So until the death of either him or me, this guy and his country are forced to pay us taxes. So if we look at his screen, we can see that he is as a tributary. It should show as an expense. I'm not sure where it's going to show that, but we will make income off of him from Kagan Buriberdi of Alania, which should be you. Yep. So it's not much, and he's only paying us a ducat 26 a year. But I guess that's okay. We could also attack him and raid him and stuff. Just because he's our vassal doesn't mean we can't attack him. He's not a vassal. Sorry, he's a tributary. It's a very big difference. Alright, we've got a kinsman and a kinsman who are our chancellor and our marshal. All that's really different here is we can improve clan sentiment instead of improving relations. We can do improve diplomatic relations still, but this is much, much more likely. So, we gotta go back to the clan screen and try to decide what to do. Overall sentiment towards our clan, we are Clan Ashina, is pretty good. Same faith. Our prestige is helping out a little bit. I do not know where that number comes from. It's -12. The more prestige we have, I'm assuming, the more likely they are to not try to rebel against us. We could also try to probably improve relations. You know, sending like money to this guy, I don't think that affects the clan opinion. That just affects his personal opinion. We could absorb their clan. This will lower their opinion of us by 90. They will see it as a tyrannical act, decreasing their sentiment towards you by 20. Well, we need to have clans. We can't just kill them, unfortunately. We could also ask him to split his clan, have a 5th clan form. He's not going to say yes, because he doesn't like us, because he doesn't think we have enough power. We do have the most actual provinces compared to him. He's only got one fewer, though. So I think what we'll do is, Uncle, where is your capital these days? It's here? Let's send our guy down there to improve clan sentiment with him. And also, I'm just curious, Uncle, would you like to form a blood oath together? He would. Swearing a blood oath will make the clan a staunch ally for as long as both rulers live. However, you can only have one other clan as your brother. Let's go ahead and do that. I want to form like it's kind of like an alliance between us so that we have majority control over the clans. We're the Khagan. We're like the emperor of our little clan. So, alright, we got our marriage. That's cool. And hey, look, we already have a call to arms. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. We request that you honor your obligation and answer this call to arms against Sultan Bakar of the Sultanate. Alright, so he's under attack by this fella here, who only has 1,200 troops. You know, between me and him, I think we could probably defend it. We'll honor the call. We don't want to lose prestige. So, as a tributary, he just got attacked. His vassal actually got attacked. Let's go ahead and put our guys in charge. Do we want to lead? I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We're gregarious and content. Let's go have some fun. I want to find some people with either personal... I mean, I'd really prefer to have modifiers on their scores, like what they do for the leader, the actual combat, but we'll accept whatever we can, I guess. And we can call in vassals. It says they will all likely decline. I guess we'll do it anyway, just to see what they do. And we've been married. We will now try to amass wealth. 500 ducats, that's a tall order. Let's go for become Paragon of Virtue. We'll get piety from attacking other people who aren't our religion. We'll go form up with our buddy. I swear that we shall be bonded by blood as brothers. Good, uncle. I appreciate that. I still don't see you honoring the call, so I don't know why that pop-up's showing up if they're not going to, okay, we can unfortunately not join your wars at this time, so they're saying no. Tales of your misdeeds are told from Ireland to Cathay. We can unfortunately not join your wars at this time. Well, that's, aren't you the guy that called me? Why did that even pop up? That's kind of weird. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. This guy claims he'd be a better steward than the current guy. Current steward has 5 stewardship, but he is one of the clan lords, so I think you can just forget about it. Arranged marriage? You want my daughter? From the Sathissa clan. That is a clan outside of our clan. Where do you live, sir? Okay, so you're here. You are independent. No, you are underneath the Khagan of Alania. Yes, we knew that. No, I don't really think I want to do that. No, I think I'd rather use my daughter for something else. Let's find her a good husband. Not too many choices to have here, huh? For the marriage finding. Who do you think would be a good ally to actually secure a good alliance? How about this guy? You have no wife. You want to marry my daughter? How about you marry my daughter? No. Oh, is she that old already? She's not past childbearing age. She's 36. What are you talking about, dude? I'm gonna try again. I'm telling you, man. She's young. You can have babies up till 45. That's rude. Downright rude, I'm telling you. That's probably why she's not why no one else has shown up in the list. Well, we want more babies, so let's just marry her off to one of the commanders that we appointed. I mean, the more people in our realm, the better, because we'll be able to have them lead troops and stuff, and it's just good to have a big court. So yeah, I want you to marry my daughter, sir. Someone's gonna have to make babies with her, and it's gonna be you. You can't say no. Unfortunately, we did just lose prestige for that. Oops, that's bad. It's okay. We'll figure it out. It's fine. We'll get past it. It's cool. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna take a break here. I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. See you soon.